Boom, we are live.
Hello.
We have got Cavan Murphy in the studio, musician.
Yes.
From Halifax,
Indeed.
West Yorkshire.
Yeah, what a place.
How are you, mate?
Good, how are yourself?
Not bad, not bad. Good to see you.
You too.
We've put the world to rights for an hour, so let's hope we've got something left to talk about.
Yes.
So tell me, you're going out as Cavan Murphy.
Yeah.
It's not Cavan Murphy and the some things, it's just Cavan.
No, it's just Cavan Murphy at the moment. We've had some interesting names being said by my dad's friends, but yeah, for the moment it's Cavan Murphy.
And you've just sort of built the band up?
Yes, just recently, in the sort of past 6 months, I'd say.
Yeah, in the 6 months?
Yeah, the lads are cracking. They're absolutely unreal.
So I've known you for quite a while.
Yes.
Seen you kicking about. You've been, I think I first saw you play up at Broadstock.
Yes.
On the acoustic stage.
Yeah, that was it.
Enjoyed that.
Yeah, cool day.
Yeah, it was. It's a very good festival. I'm trying to get James on, actually, the organiser of the festival.
Yeah, I'm trying to get on as well. Quite
an achievement, really, putting a festival on where you're selling 4,000 or 5,000 tickets at a local level like that.
And then they all sell out within hours, don't they?
Sells out in hours, mate.
It's brilliant.
Unbelievable.
It's absolutely amazing.
That's Broadstock. Shout out to James up at Broadstock. How much are the tickets up there?
I think they're like a tenner.
10 quid?
10, 20 quid.
It's a bargain.
Yeah, it is.
So, how old are you now, Cavan?
17.
17 years old, mate.
Indeed.
Just starting out, living the dream.
Yeah.
What sort of got you into music?
Just like growing up, Kasabian Oasis in the house all the time. My mum and dad just always played it. I've always been into that sort of music ever since I was really, really young. And yeah, just kind of growing up listening to all them tunes, and then started playing piano first when I was about 10, 11, because I was in a choir at the Halifax Minster Church.
Were you?
Yeah, so I was in the choir there, and then through that I got piano lessons. Didn't really enjoy it that much, so started playing drums. Never stuck with it, and then when I was 11, I started playing guitar. I got a couple of lessons, and then decided to teach myself. From there, it's just been great. Just
thoroughly enjoyed it. And what was the sort of first, I know you've mentioned Kasabian and Oasis, but what was the sort of first music you were, other than those two, were you exposed to? What was it your dad listening to? Was he listening to the Roses?
Roses weren't really in my household, really. I think not for me really either. I think I sort of started to listen to them a bit sort of when I was about 13. I do like the first album, but it's not been one of the ones that I've kind of stuck with, really.
Not a massive Roses house. So what about Ocean Colour Scene? I'm sure I've seen you cover. Haven't you seen you covering an Ocean Colour Scene?
No. I complained about one.
That might have been it then.
Yeah, that'll be it.
Could have been it.
Yeah.
So you're a big Cribs fan. I understand you went and watched Cribs the other day up at up the parish in Huddersfield.
Yes, huge Cribs fan. I absolutely love them. Just good Yorkshire band, working class lads. Just an example, I think. Just top class.
Funnily enough, we're actually in Wakefield now.
I know, yeah.
That's where they're from.
First time ever here as well. So
how old are them boys now? They must be sort of my age.
I think so, yeah.
And it was they must be sort of like knocking my age, maybe a little bit older, I'd say, actually.
I think first album came out in 2000, and they were quite young then, I think, so, yeah.
Yeah, because we were talking before, and Johnny Marr was in the Cribs, obviously. I don't know how long it was, maybe a couple of years.
I think it was about a year and a half.
Something like that. And were you telling me that your uncle runs a vinyl store?
Yeah, like a vinyl store, yeah.
And he managed to get his hands on one of the Johnny Marr vinyls.
Yeah.
What was that? Do you know what that album was called? Do you remember?
Ignore the Ignorant.
Ignore the Ignorant.
It's a right album.
Is it good?
Yeah, it's just got an added beef to whatever's in the other albums.
Well, it will have if Marr's in there.
Yeah, he's one of the greats in there.
Do you know how he came about to be involved with the Cribs?
Not at all.
No, it's not something I know either.
No, I think he's just everywhere in there, Johnny Marr.
He did get about, didn't he? Obviously, the Smiths he started off in. Modest Mouse he was in.
Yeah.
American band, the Cribs. And he's got some banging tunes on his own.
Yeah, he has.
I'm never quite sure whether I prefer his covers. They're not covers, they're his songs, aren't they?
Yeah.
Whether I prefer his Smiths songs that he does when he's out live or Morrissey's, but Morrissey holds a very special place in my heart.
Yeah,
so it's
and I love some of Morrissey's solo stuff as well.
Yeah.
That's another band that I've never really properly like stuck with, the Smiths. I do like their tunes, but it's never been one I've really proper dived into.
You need to dive in. It's brilliant. Morrissey's solo stuff as well, it gets a lot of stick, but I actually prefer some of it.
Yeah, I like a fair few tunes.
So there's an album Morrissey did, World Peace Is None of Your Business, and within 3 weeks of finishing and releasing it, he actually fell out with a label. I think they were called Harvest. Luckily for me, the release was over my birthday, so I got the CD, the vinyl and everything, and then it was completely pulled off the shelves.
Yeah.
So there's not many of them floating about, but it's actually not on Spotify, not on iTunes, not on anything like that.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, it's brilliant. It's on YouTube. World Peace Is None of Your Business. I highly, highly recommend it.
I will give it a listen.
So, you've been in the studio?
Yes, recorded my debut EP this weekend.
So, how many tracks?
So, on the EP, there'll be 4, but we did 6 tracks. The other 2 are just going to be somewhere floating about in the near future. Well, we've re-recorded one song that I've already got out. We've done so that's like an acoustic, slow sort of thing, but we've turned it into more of a indie tune, got full band on it. We've re-recorded that. That may be a B-side, or I may just bring it out as another single after the EP's come out.
Have you got a bit of a plan for rolling these singles out? Are you gonna how are you gonna release it? Have you not thought about all that yet?
Not really. I think we're gonna see how these mixes sound and then bring a single out before the EP, I hope. Something from the EP. And then we'll bring the EP out on the 1st of March, see how it does, and then if they do really well, kind of leave the singles for a little bit so that can kind of do its thing, I think.
And have we got a working title for the EP?
Yes, it's called An Anti-Imperfection. It's got quite a cool story behind it, actually.
An Anti-Imperfection?
Yeah. It was on I think it was on like a face mask that I had in my bathroom, one of my mum's, something like that, and it just said it on the thing. And I must have been about 13, and it's just stuck. It's always been a name that I've always wanted to use, so I'm glad that I can finally use it.
Anti-Imperfection. It's going to be on all major streaming sites.
Yes, everywhere.
Who are you using to upload it? Do you know?
Just me. I'm using DistroKid.
DistroKid.
Yeah.
What sort of price is DistroKid now? Have you had a look into it?
So I think the first one, which you can't really do much with, I think it's like 18 quid. The second one, which is the one that I'll be using, I think it's like 35 quid a year. So it's not too bad at all.
Oh, right. So there's like different stages of what you can do.
So with this one, you can like set release dates and check up all your royalties. I think you can get like lyrics shown on Apple Music and Spotify and stuff like that. So that's the one I'll be using.
Yeah. Oh, fantastic. So what sort of take us right back to the beginning then. What sort of an upbringing have you had? You've Halifax born and bred?
Yeah.
Yeah.
From a little place called Boothtown, just outside the town centre.
Boothtown in Halifax. And high school, which high school do you go to?
I went to Trinity Academy in Halifax.
Trinity Academy.
Great school, I loved it. They were always really supportive of my music. Shout out to my music teachers, Mrs. Van der Linden and Miss McDonald.
So right, couple of names. So you had a good upbringing. Did you used to knocking around Halifax with your mates?
Yeah, just around Boothtown. Because I went to a primary school which was all full of kids from there. It's not a massive area, but just used to knock around Boothtown. And then when I went to secondary school is where I kind of met all my mates that I've got now. And it was a big school, so there was people from all around Halifax there. And then that's kind of where I kind of found myself, I guess.
Yeah. And so you grew up in Halifax. Good sort of family upbringing. No dramas.
No, brilliant. Absolutely
Fantastic.
Incredible. It's been great. Got a really good family. I'm an only child, which you probably can tell.
Are you an only child?
Yeah.
No brothers or sisters?
No, I've been spoilt properly. But yeah, it's been great, and like, reason I can do all of this is because of my upbringing. Like, my parents are absolutely amazing.
Fantastic. So you've left school, you've got your band up and running. What's your plans now? You're going to go music college, I believe?
So I'm in college now doing music, and then this year it's 2026, isn't it? I keep forgetting about that.
Mate, I don't know where it's going.
I know. But I'm going to university in Leeds, moving there, which will be nice.
You're actually going to live in...
Yeah, which is going to be weird.
Have you seen where you're going to be living yet?
We're looking at a few different places. Not 100% sure yet, but we'll see how it goes.
Are you tidy? Are you going to keep it nice and clean, or is it going to be a student docile?
Yeah, it's going to be absolutely horrible. Stuff's everywhere.
Well, if I could give, I was telling you earlier, like if I could give any young bands some advice, it would be to get out of your small sort of villages and towns and get into a city and try and build your band, build your brand.
Yeah.
There, Leeds is as good a place as any. Manchester, Bristol. I don't think you'll remember, but years ago there was a band from Halifax called Black Bloc. Have you ever heard of them?
No, I ain't. No.
BLAC. I believe they were brothers, and they were very, very Kasabian-esque.
Yeah.
So they were like as good as Kasabian.
Yeah.
In fact, of all the years I was doing it, 20 odd years, just a standout band for me. One of their songs, I can't remember what this song was called, but anyway, they all decided one day they were up sticks and living in Bristol, which I thought was a strange place to go. But apparently, at that time in the early 2000s, it was the place to be.
Yeah, I think it's still got quite a good scene. There's a band called Get Down Services.
Oh yeah.
So I think they were based in Bristol for a while, and they're incredible. It's so weird, but amazing.
Very strange. I have watched some of my brother-in-law's quite into them. He's sent me some footage from their Glastonbury show. Quite a strange subject. There's another band similar to that, Yard Act.
Yeah, love Yard Act.
They're similar.
They're from Leeds, I believe.
I think they're from Leeds, yeah.
Yeah, I saw them this year. They're incredible. They're very weird, but just really, really good.
It seems to be the status quo at the minute is that bit of weird edginess. Who was I watching last night? The band name was something like the Youthful Movement or the Youth Movement or something like that.
Oh, I'm not too sure.
And I would categorise it in that sort of Yard Act. Great bands, yeah. I always need a bit more of a sing-along chorus.
Yeah.
I feel like some of these young bands coming through now, it's quite experimental.
Yeah.
And that's what I liked about when I watched you the other month.
Yeah.
What was that song called you played?
It's called Children of the Past, so that's one that's kind of going to be kept away for a little bit, I think.
You're just chucking that on a shelf with me, but really good song, great writing style.
Thank you.
Really enjoyed it, and I definitely think you should have won that day.
Oh, it's a shame that we play originals in it.
Yeah, it's hard, mate. It's hard. You've really got to get your head down and get stuck into it.
I think we're all right. The two lads who won, they're on Netflix now, so...
Are they?
Yeah, do you know that Simon Cowell thing?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they were on that.
Are they? Oh, dear.
The good lads, though. I've been mates with one of them for a while. I actually met him through Jack, who's our drummer.
Yeah. Yeah. Sharing a drummer at the minute.
Yeah.
They were good lads and they sounded good. I'm always a little bit fearful of the talent shows.
Yeah.
Because we were talking about this week, like, name me 5 people from the last 20 years of Simon Cowell and Pop Idol that have had actual meaningful careers out of even winning it. Yeah,
I think the one that's obviously went massive with One Direction. Not in our sort of field.
One Direction, yeah. Did they actually win it? This is how out of touch I am with that sort of stuff.
I actually don't know. I was quite young.
Yeah. They had a good career out of it anyway, didn't they?
Yeah.
Didn't one of them kill himself last year?
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that. Who else we had? Leona Lewis.
Yeah.
She had a couple of songs. In fact, one of them was a cover. It was Chasing Cars by Snow Patrol. Yeah. Will Young had a fair bit of a career out of it, didn't he?
Yeah. And there's James Arthur, isn't there? Who's like... He's playing good venues. I think he does arenas, I want to say. Yeah.
He's not kind of world class though, is he? He's not smashing it out the park.
No, he's not a name that... Maybe it's just a different field.
Who's the other little cheeky chappy? Oh, what's he called? I can't even think of his name. I'm sure he married to that Leona Lewis.
Oh, I'm not too sure.
I can't think. Yeah, so I'm always a little bit wary. But yeah, they were good, them lads. So they're actually on that documentary now, are they?
Yeah, so they didn't get into the final band, but they went to America and stuff. But yeah, I think the reason we did that talent show that day was my parents wanted free tickets. And, sharing a stage with Dodgy and the Blue Tones, who were like especially Dodgy, good enough. One of my favourite tunes of all time. Like being able to play on the same stage as them is cool as all.
How did they go on? Because I left after your set. I were absolutely freezing.
Yeah, they were amazing.
Good.
Really, really top class. We're all stood side at stage. Then we got taken up to meet the Blue Tones. Lovely guys. And then I'd had a few beers after Dodgy had finished, and ended up helping him load out.
Did you?
After having a few beers, and just yeah, it was good fun.
You didn't manage to sneak one of the guitars in the back of your own van then?
Oh no, I wish I could, but I'd have to run back home because my parents had gone home by then, so they were picking us up later on.
Yeah, got you. How did you go on this weekend then in the studio? Enjoy it?
Yeah, I loved it. It's mine and my guitarist's first time properly recording, and it was just such a good experience. I was really nervous going into it, but it just worked. It was really, really good. We're just waiting on the final mixes.
So that was your first time in the studio?
Yeah.
And were you doing live recordings? Were you recording the track live all playing together, or were you doing your individual bits?
So all the music we all did together in the live room, and then the vocals we did separately.
So you overlaid the vocals afterwards, yeah?
Yeah.
So where were the drums then at this point? Were they mic'd up in the room with you?
Yeah. Yeah, Jack drummer, he loved the kit in there. So he was just all the time just like, oh, this kit's well nice. He called it drum porn. But yeah, it was really, really cool because so Jack, the drummer's only come into the band recently, but it's just really clicked, and he's a top class musician, and as you know, obviously.
Yeah.
But yeah, it just kind of clicked with him. All of us, it just went really, really well because we're all mates as well, which really, really helps. Because I think, to be honest, we don't rehearse enough. We'll be able to now, so we've got this kind of like big gap between what we're doing now and then we've got a gap until our first gig back, which is in a couple of months. But we haven't really rehearsed that much, but it just seems to naturally work, I think.
Yeah. Well, that's quite a thing to go into the studio to record when you feel like you're under rehearsed.
Yeah. I think we were lucky. We had a gig the week before, and it just went perfectly.
Where were you playing the week before?
Blind Pig in Sorby Bridge.
Oh, right, yeah, great little venue.
Yeah, I love it in there.
Blind Pig, yeah. That's been there for years. It's a great little spot. She's lovely as well. I can't think of her name. Julie, yeah.
Yeah, I love it in there. First time we've played it. I've done the jam night there loads of times, but actually playing there were great.
I actually quite like the way you get paid as well. They pass a hat round, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a cool place.
It's a proper decent little venue, yeah. Played there quite a lot, actually, over the years. Sorby Bridge was our area where we practiced for a long time as Red Star. Yeah, so talk me through some of the tracks you were doing then in the studio. Which is your favourite one? So you did 6.
Yeah,
that's a hell of a lot of tracks in a day.
I know
that is a lot of tracks.
I don't know. It changes all the time because there's a difference. Because when we play it live, the tune that we played at that festival, Children of the Past, that's our favourite to play live because it's more. We just jam it more than anything really. But then we've got a song called No Surrender, and that's got like it's got a gang vocal in it.
I've seen it.
Yeah.
I watched it on the story. I was chuckling.
Yeah, because again, Jack drummer was stood like Liam Gallagher, proper going for it. And then the other two lads, Oliver and Archie, were just half-arsing it a bit. But yeah, that's cool. And then there's like a distorted vocal in it as well. So that's just a fun one to play. And then when we play it live, I've got a little vocal pedal, so stick that on.
And it just doubles everything up.
Yeah.
And it obviously, just from that little snippet that I heard, it felt quite a raucous song. Am I right saying that? Is it upbeat? Is it raucous?
Yeah, it's quite fast, quite gritty. It's a bit heavier than I think people would expect from us. Because I think we are heavier than people would expect us, because this is how we look. We wear all the casuals clothes and stuff like that. People expect us to come out and be a sort of just like your standard indie band, but we're heavier than I think we kind of
just trying to go for a bit of a heavier edge.
Yeah, it's more fun to play, I think.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. And it's more commanding when you're on stage as well.
Yeah, I think me as a frontman, it gives me more energy when we're playing heavier stuff, and it just kind of gives us a little bit more to kind of go for it a little bit more and put on a better show, I think.
How are you going on with the EP artwork? Have you got anything in mind? Is it nailed?
Yeah, so we've got it. So it is a photo of my dog with some sunglasses on.
Oh, I think I might have seen
Yeah.
this actually. Yeah.
But so I keep getting messages saying, "Oh, is that AA? Is that AA?" No, it's just a photo that I think my mum took actually, just of my dog on couch with some sunglasses on.
So you've got that nailed. Then you're going to get it all written up,
Yeah,
get it uploaded. DistroKid.
yeah,
Oh, it's exciting times.
yeah. I'm looking forward to it. It's our first release, so I've released one single before, but we won't talk about.
So you've got one out that you're not too bothered about.
Yeah, I think it's just the way I wrote it at the time. So we still play it, and we've got a new version of it, but I think just the way I wrote it at the time with my voice, it just wasn't powerful enough. I do love the song, and I love the way we play it now. It's called Home, but I think as I've developed as an artist, I think I've just got better with it, I guess.
Just got there and you just feel like you'd like to take that down and...
I think it's good to keep it up there because it's my first release and it's like an acoustic version of what's going to come soon.
further down the line.
Yeah. But yeah, it's a good tune. I think I do like the writing on it, but I think just my vocals especially weren't amazing on it because I feel like it came out when I was 14, so it was a while ago. I think everyone's kind of similar though with the first release from what I've heard.
Yeah. You've got to get in there and experiment and move forward. And I mean, you're only 17, mate. Do you know what I mean? You've got years of songwriting to go. So what is your songwriting process, Cavan?
Oh, it's all over the place. So I can't really sit down and write properly, but something will come to me. I'll get one little idea, I'll write it, and then I'll be able to write maybe 4 or 5 more songs in that time. And then, so say in a week I might write maybe 10 songs, and then I won't be able to write for 2 months. I think it just kind of comes to me, I guess. Like, I heard a melody on a song a few weeks ago, and I loved it, so I nicked it. And then I put it into a song, and then after that I wrote 3 more tunes in the space of 2 days. So it's just...
And what are you doing when you're writing songs? Are you you writing guitar parts and then trying to write words to it, or are you coming up with a verse and a chorus and then trying to write music to it, or is it a mixture of...
It changes all the time, because if I find a nice guitar line, then that'll come first, but it's all written just me and an acoustic guitar, and then I'll take it to the band.
Yeah.
I just love... Me and my acoustic guitar, we're like in a relationship. I'm always with my acoustic. It's whenever I'm sat in my bedroom, I'm sat on it, just trying to find something
new from the ether, from up above. Yeah. So, what are the other tracks called on your EP then?
So we hadn't discovered the order yet, but there's a tune called "The Narcissist," which is kind of like me playing sort of like this character. Heavier tune. Then there's No Surrender, which I'll go on about, another heavier tune. A song called History, which is more of an indie tune, kind of like your more newer indie, like took a lot of inspiration from the Royston Club with that tune. Then the last one, what is it? Oh, called Miracle. That's possibly my favourite bit of writing that I've done. I really like that song. It's not really about anything in particular, but I think it's got good words to it and got a nice feel to it.
So when I was sort of, I mean, I still write daily, but when I was sort of your age writing songs, I just had a notepad with me all the time, and I was just taking inspiration from everything on the train, driving in the car, anything that hit me. I just used to write it down. I got anything like that, or do you just keep it all in your head? Do you write it on your phone?
I take a lot of voice notes on my phone.
Oh, you do the voice notes? Yeah, it's a good one, yeah.
Because if I'm in the car listening to something on radio and I like a little bit of melody or like a chord change or something like that, I'll get it on my phone and kind of... I think a lot of my stuff is kind of like taken from these different influences. I'll just hear like a little line and I'll use it somewhere and kind of make it my own.
Do you ever listen back to your voice notes and think, what the fuck was I thinking?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Most of them.
Delete.
Yeah, especially when I'm singing in them. The ones that I'm singing in, I hate them. I think that's one of my things. I don't like listening back to myself. I don't mind it when it's with the band, but say if I'm just sat recording a little thing that I've got on the acoustic guitar, I can't listen back to it.
Yeah, you find a lot of people are like that, especially people in films and television. They don't want to see themselves. They don't want to watch themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah. Well, we all write differently, but it's just interesting to see how your brain works.
Yeah.
You know how you're writing these songs. I mean, talk us through one of your songs, like the Narcissist, for example. Where's it from? What's it about?
I had an argument a long time ago, and someone that I barely knew, they called me a narcissist, stuck with me, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to play this character that they thought I was. I don't think I'm like the character that I'm playing. The second verse starts with, "Hello, my name's Cavan, I'm not as I seem, dance through chaos and living my dreams." So it's like, I'm just sort of playing this sort of Billy Big Bollocks character, I think. And it's just really fun to play. All lads like it as well. It's just one of them. It's just fun.
Just a great song to play.
Yeah.
So, so we've got college at the minute.
Yeah.
And then you were telling me earlier you've got a place. Is it university?
Yeah, it's a place called ICMP. Well, I hope I'm going there. I've been offered a place, so yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
So when does college finish and that start?
So I'm hoping to get college finished in about May time, depending on if I get my work done. But I'm hoping that'll be done then, and then in September off to Leeds.
So what are you What are you doing at college? What you're on a music course, are you? So what are you actually doing day to day?
So it's music performance. So we get put in a band. We play in that band. We play in different venues around Leeds, and then the other side of it's kind of like analysing what you've done, analysing your performances and stuff like that, and that's all the coursework side of it. I think the best thing about going to that college is I met my guitarist there, Oliver, who's become one of my best friends. Just seeing all these other musicians, because in Halifax there's not that much.
No.
So you go into Leeds, you're meeting all these different musicians, and people come from everywhere to go to that college. There's a lad from Scarborough who comes over every day to go to college, so you're meeting these musicians in all sorts of different genres. It's just cool to kind of take influence from these other people.
Yeah, from different walks of life.
Yeah.
So he's commuting from Scarborough every day.
Yeah.
Is it every day? Or
3 days a week.
3 days a week. And that's in Leeds.
Yeah.
And then the university that you'll move on to after that, then that's also in Leeds.
Yeah, so that's at Millennium Square.
Millennium Square. And what's the name of that?
ICMP.
ICMP.
Yeah.
Is that short for something?
I might get it wrong yet. I think it's Institution for Contemporary Music Performance, I believe.
Oh, right. Interesting.
Might be wrong.
And then you come out of that at the end with a degree.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. And how long's that? 4 years.
3.
3 years.
Yeah. So I'm doing a songwriting and artist development course. It's got all sorts in it. So half songwriting, then there's music business, music production.
It'd be interesting to see what you're actually doing day to day there.
Yeah.
You know, because I mean, some of the great songs that we probably listen to, like for example, The Who, the Rolling Stones, Oasis. Dare I say it? These are all working class lads that are writing songs without having that kind of educational background on it, and it's interesting because I'm not knocking it in any way. I'm really glad that you're doing it, but it is interesting how in modern times now we feel like we have to put a qualification on everything.
Yeah.
When you think that some of the greatest music from history in the past, these are all air quotes uneducated people that are writing them and doing them.
Yeah, I think the main reason I'm going there is because I'm crap at lyrics. That's what I'm really bad at.
Is that
I
what you
struggle so much with lyrics. I don't know why. I failed English in school as well, so that won't have helped. But yeah, I've just never been any good at writing lyrics, really. It's always been more music, and then I'll have an idea, but choruses is what I struggle with. You're finding that really catchy chorus.
Yeah.
That's what I struggle with.
Well, it doesn't always work like this, but I would always try and write the chorus first.
Yeah.
And then build the verse around the chorus. Because also then you've got a subject matter to concentrate on.
Yeah.
Talk about what you want to say. But it'd be interesting day to day to see what you're going to be doing at this uni. Like I'd love to come and sit in. Just because I'm curious about stuff. I'd love to come and sit in and
I'll
just
sneak you in. It's
sneak
right.
me in.
Yeah.
They might not let me in with this grey beard. Just see what they are like. What is involved in a modern day kind of lesson on songwriting and how are they teaching you how to craft a song? And are they using examples of the past? Are they using, you know, Baba O'Reilly by The Who or Wonderwall by Oasis and saying, right, well, this is what's worked in the past, so this is what you should be doing and this is how you should be writing stuff? Because if you think about it now, most music that they're churning out, it's all about instant gratification. You want the TikTok generation. We want that instant hit, that instant riff.
You need that 30-second clip, don't you?
Yeah, we do not want Dire Straits' Money for Nothing. We don't want Stone Roses with the John Squire, 3-minute intros, outros, which breaks my heart.
Yeah.
I've had so many conversations, especially with my music over the years, with people saying, oh, no, it's too long, that intro. Oh, no. And I'm like, Bohemian Rhapsody? Hello? So it'd be really interesting to see what they're teaching you on the ground.
I think it's weird as well because like some things that I consider the greatest songs ever have got like them long intros, things that people don't want. Like All My Friends by LCD Sound System.
Yeah.
One of my favourite songs ever. And that intro is absolutely huge. It's so long. But
is that one that goes, do we are your friends, you will never be alone again?
No, that's not the one. It's and this is how it starts. It doesn't really have like a chorus, I guess.
Yeah, I'll have to have a listen to that.
And that were awful vocals. Sorry for everyone listening.
Not as bad as mine. I'll have a little listen to it. Yeah, no, it's interesting. And then obviously once you've completed your degree, so what are we now? So you're going to be 20. It's going to be 2030 by the time you get there, mate, and you'll be 21.
Yeah,
unbelievable.
I know. Feels a long while away, but.
Feels a long while, but I don't even feel like I was aware of my own existence till I was like 25. So you're doing better than me. My old man got hold of me and went, right, choose a door, lad. Army, Navy, Air Force. You go in. I was like, didn't really even have a choice. So I kind of had my arse wiped for me till I was mid-20s.
Yeah.
And I used to sit up on the warship and I used to get some real stick. I've still got I'd call them more poems back then. Obviously, I didn't have a band. I was in the Navy, so I'd sit up on a night writing lyrics into a computer, and I just said, I'm leaving, I'm going to start a band, and I did. I left the Navy and I started a band. I just got this calling to do it. Yeah. Obviously, I would have liked to have made a little bit more money out of it. Yeah. But, so it was interesting. But lyrics, I never struggle with lyrics. Yeah. I mean, you're familiar with some of our stuff. It's definitely... Probably one of my strong points is lyrics, but I'm not the greatest guitarist, which bugs me. It's something I have to really work at.
Neither am I think, but I've kind of built myself to be a rhythm guitarist.
Yeah,
I don't play any lead stuff because I think just being sat. Because it was lockdown actually when I kind of first got that kind of kick. I was playing guitar for 6 hours a day, and that's the reason why I'm doing this sort of stuff now, because I played guitar all the way through lockdown, really worked hard with it, and then I've just built myself to be a rhythm guitarist because I always knew I wanted to be a singer. Even before I was kind of like singing this sort of stuff, I knew I wanted to be a singer. So yeah, it just kind of, I've built myself to be that. I'm not an amazing guitarist, but I can find my own way of chords and
I've seen you play a few times, mate. You can definitely hold your own on that guitar. Do not sort of underdo yourself there. And I'm the same. To be a lead guitarist, I would really have to work hard at it. It's not. I can hold my own with rhythm, but to play lead and stuff, it's just not. Doesn't come naturally to me. Whereas, give me a microphone and let me prance around on stage and write a song. Not a problem at all. Melodies. But it'd be interesting to see once you've been through the system how you develop with your writing styles and what sort of lyrics you're coming up with. I tell you, one of the big mysteries for me in life is I've always wondered where Eminem gets his skills for. Not that I'm a rap fan by any means, but we're all very familiar with Eminem. Well, specifically my generation, because it was the biggest thing on the planet. But I always thought to myself, how does that guy come off a trailer park with no education? How is he able to string together words like that in such a complex, meaningful way. Because whatever you think of rap music and stuff, he's definitely, for me, he's definitely one of the kings of it. I mean, it's just tune after tune he's churned out, and lyrically they're amazing. If you take away the whole rap aura around it, and I always feel like there's something missing from that Jigsaw. Yeah, like we're not being told the full truth, because he's quite a switched on cookie for somebody that's had no education.
I know. I think there is just some people like that, isn't there? Like, you think like with Oasis as well. Noel didn't come from the greatest background in the world, didn't he? Well, I don't think it's less lyrical.
Well, yeah. I mean, interestingly, Noel's is. A lot of the lyrics, I mean, you think of the lyrics in Live Forever and stuff, they're just nonsensical, really. Yeah. They're just put to a really great sounding guitar, lovely melodies. I mean, I can sit and listen to Noel's solo stuff all night. It's like cream for your ears. Yeah. But there's not a lot of like deep, meaningful. No. I mean, George that works at the Attic with me, he always says to me, he says, Will, sometimes your lyrics, they're too deep, people don't understand them, you need to simplify them, do you know, to make them poppy. So, I don't know, but, I mean, that's probably why I like people like Paul Heaton, Morrissey, just because they have got a bit of something about them when they've got something to say in the lyrics. Weller, I've had a massive couple of Weller months. I just can't stop listening to it. Yeah,
I go through stages with Weller, because, like, it's same with most of bands. Like, all my favourite bands, I'll go through, like, one time a year when I'll just proper hammer them, and then I won't listen to them for another year.
Totally. I've just completely gone through the same thing with Marley. Yeah. I've just had Exodus, that gold album with the red writing on. Yeah. I've just had it on and on and on to the point where I can't listen to it anymore. Yeah. That Natural Mystic, absolutely love it. Turn Your Lights Down Low. You probably don't remember, but Lauryn Hill did a cover of Turn Your Lights Down Low. So me and my little lad were listening to both of them the other day, trying to decide which one we thought was better. Yeah. Because it is a good... I mean, say what you want about Lauryn Hill, and I know it's hip-hop again, but she did a great version of that. Yeah. I don't know if you've ever heard it, but... talking about sort of famous people doing covers then, what's your favourite ever... You're going to say Cribs probably, but I can't tell you a cover that the Cribs have done. What's your favourite ever sort of like huge cover that a band's done? Can you think of any?
Oh, that's a right question.
Well, I'll give you mine, and then it gives you a little bit more time to think. But Annie Lennox, it's sort of segueing on from Marley, this. So Annie Lennox does a version of Waiting in Vain, which... was the inspiration for me doing a little cover on the Attic of it the other week. And it's like ear porn. Yeah. Honestly, if you've never heard it, mate, I'll have to send it you. Lennox's voice anyway. If you get a woman that can really, really sing, Tina Turner, Annie Lennox, proper, it makes the hairs on the back of my neck go up.
Well, I listen to a lot of I've got into a lot of soul stuff, and then obviously with listen to a lot of 90s piano house and stuff like that. So that's got a lot of that female vocal. Yeah, yeah. My God, it's absolutely incredible.
Yeah, yeah. Some of them 90s dance tunes where you've just got those, singers belting it out.
I know.
That's been a lot of the inspiration for the new stuff that I've been doing.
Yeah, yeah.
But I can just put Annie Lennox on in the car, and it just drives me insane. I mean, that Little Bird. Do you know that track, Little Bird? Are you familiar with it? What an absolute belter. Yeah. It's that kind of crossover 90s. It is 90s dance, but it's kind of crossing over into something else. But yeah, you can't think of a cover that you know that...
I've got one.
Go on, hit me with it.
It's going to fit well with being in here and stuff. Come On, Feel the Noise, Oasis.
Yes, Slade.
Yeah, best cover they've done. I'm going to get some right stick for this.
Go on.
I don't like the I Am the Walrus cover.
I'm going to say it's not that I don't like it. I don't know how to describe it, but I'll be honest with you. When it comes on, I do skip it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a weird one. Is it I Am the Walrus where he goes at the beginning, "What's up? Doesn't matter if it's out of tune because you're cool."
Oh, I'm not too sure. It's that thing that Liam does, isn't it? I am you, you are me, and we are all together. That one.
Yeah. I know which track it is, but I wonder if it's that little saying at the beginning. I struggle a bit with that. I struggle with Shaker Maker. I always skip that.
I love Shaker Maker.
Do you?
Mate. I fell in love with it when I first saw Liam live at Leeds Fest. Do you know when he did like the Definitely Maybe tour? I just fell in love with the guitar. I love it.
Yeah.
But I've got a funny story about an Oasis thing. I'm not going to say who, but I did this like Oasis event a couple of years ago, and this guy was running it. And he asked me to come and play, and then another lad from Manchester were on, and then there were a DJ on, and I know the DJ. And then I were on, and he were proper like giving it Liam, like standing right up front at stage with his beer in his hand, nearly spilling his stuff all over my system. And then everything just started to kick off because he was stood there right in front of me. I was like 14, 15 at the time as well, and everyone had come down to see me because it were in Halifax. So it all started kicking off. Everyone ended up leaving. We all left. And then we were working, and then the owner of the bar went to see him. Went into where he worked in a shop, and he ended up just like hiding from him, from the bar owner. And that day was one of the worst things I've ever done, because when you've got someone stood there with the beer all over your system, absolutely steaming, I just couldn't get over it. And then he were having a go at people. Like he called one of my mates, he called my best mate's dad a nonce, and then he started having a go at everyone. So it was just horrible. And he kept saying, I am you, you are me, and we are all together, in between nearly every song. Horrible. There's been gigs like that though, because obviously I've just come up from playing the pubs. Like I've only just got into like proper venues when I've added the band. So there's been some right stories in the pubs and stuff like that. A lot good, but there's been some bad stories.
So how long have you been doing the pub circuit then? A couple of years?
Nearly 5.
5 years?
Yeah, nearly 5. I think in May it'll be 5 years.
Right. Mainly all the pubs and stuff around Halifax then?
Yeah. I've branched out. I've done a couple in Bradford. I can't really remember. I've done so many. But I've loved it, but it's been playing alt covers. I'm glad that I've moved on to something else, because sometimes the covers just get a bit boring.
Yeah, and you've set a foundation, haven't you? And you've played live, and you've kind of cut your teeth at a really young age.
Yeah, and we built up a decent following doing that. So, I think it's a bit different now though, because now that I'm getting older now, getting to sort of like 18, I'm about to go 18. I'm not that kid anymore. So it kind of loses a bit of interest, because when I first started, it was like, oh, there's this new kid in Halifax who's playing alt gigs. But there's none of that really anymore, so I feel like I have to work harder with it. So I did get given a lot of gigs based on my age, and I'm so grateful for that, because I wasn't very good when I first started, but I got given a lot, and yeah, I'm very thankful for being able to play in them pubs. It's given me so much life experience.
Yeah, of course it has.
Dealing with people, it's been great.
Yeah, and you've cut your teeth, you've come up, and now you've got your band together and you're on the road.
Yeah.
And you're headlining, is it your first headline?
First, like, ticketed headline, yeah. It's at the Grayson Unit in Halifax. My favourite venue. I love it so much. I've played there once with my old band, and I've played there once with this band for, like, a youth showcase. But, yeah, we're there on the 21st of March. Got a great support band on, Urban Echoes, new band from Manchester. There's still some tickets left, so if you fancy it, get them.
Greyston Unity, yeah,
yes.
It's a fantastic venue. I played there myself. I think you were there actually, weren't
yes,
you?
I was.
Yeah, it's good do, mate, good do. In fact, that was our first, I think that might have been our first outing as self-made millionaires.
I think
maybe.
it was one of won it. I think
second maybe, yeah.
I think it was second, yeah, I think.
So how much are tickets?
Tenner. I think with like booking fee and that, I think it's about £11.40 online, but you can get them behind the bar at the pub. But yeah, you really should come down. It's going to be a great day. We've got a really good support act, and no better than finding a new band that you love, is there? And
you're going to be playing all the tracks that you've just been writing and recording.
Yeah, and then a few others that we'll have written by then, hopefully.
Are you going back in the studio before then, or are you done and dusted there now?
Done and dusted now. Just waiting for the final mixes as we speak.
Who was your engineer at Vibration?
So we had Piper Dawes, I believe.
Yeah, I know Piper very well.
Amazing. just unreal. We had such a good time. It was just really fun, and just all the lads were laughing at me all the time when I was messing up on vocal takes. But this, like when we were doing a gang vocal, and just everyone were just laughing their heads off in between takes. It was just a great load of fun, and we got 6 songs done in a day, so you can't really complain at all.
No, that's a lot.
Yeah,
that is a lot. I think back in the day we used to try and do 3, but I think obviously funds dictate a lot of it, don't they? But
yeah,
we just do the 1 now. In fact, when we were in the studio the other day, I think we did the drums for 2 tracks and the bass and keys for 1, and that's all we got done in the day.
Yeah.
And I felt like I was rushing, so you did really well, mate, to get 6 down.
And we were really lucky because we got a grant from the Grace and Unity as well to go and record
fantastic.
it. Yeah. Just to go towards us recording, like it did the world of good for us. It was an experience, and it was so good because it's my first kind of taste of being in the studio. It all felt a bit real, to be honest. That's kind of how the past sort of 6 months has kind of felt, because suddenly I've gone from playing in the pubs to now headlining these gigs, and you know there's interest in us and stuff like that. It just seems to kind of step from 1 to 10 in a way, I guess.
Yeah, it's ramped up.
Yeah,
it's what you need, mate. Just embrace it, grab it by the horns, and get yourself off. But like I said to you earlier, if you really wanna sort of target it at probably Leeds, if that's where you're going to be, build up a bit of a reputation there.
Yeah.
Don't waste too much energy in your hometown.
Yeah. That's the aim to. That's why I'm going there. And that's why I went to college there. Just get the contacts.
Yeah.
Try and start getting some gigs, and it'll make it a lot easier now. Because I'm playing original stuff. People, especially in like them places like Leeds, they don't want cover bands. They want these originals bands, and I think we've got a few contacts now that are willing to give us them gigs in Leeds, and then hopefully in Manchester and further outwards.
Yeah, there's some good venues in Leeds. There's a Porto.
Yeah.
Keys Club you were on about.
Yeah, Key Club.
Shout out to Richard up at the 360.
Wardrobe.
Hyde
Park Book Club.
There's
loads.
We're playing somewhere in Leeds soon. I can't think what it's called.
It's not Eiger, is it?
No, Eiger. We've played in Eiger.
It's good in there, isn't it?
Yeah, it's where we rehearse, actually.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's brilliant.
It's cool in there.
It's brilliant. And Matty behind the place in there, then behind the till. He's in a really cool band, actually. But yeah, he's a top bloke. Only thing with Eiger is it depending on which room you're in, you can hear the other bands a little bit too much when you're rehearsing. But it is good, and you can get a beer.
Yeah.
Although it's quite expensive, you can get a beer. Yeah, we played in there. Brilliant little venue.
Yeah.
Trying to think where else in Leeds. I did play I was lucky enough. I was a little bit older than you. I was probably early 20s. Played the Cockpit.
Yeah, my dad always talks about the Cockpit.
Legendary venue, the Cockpit. Yeah. In fact, I think one of the promoters from the Cockpit has just died actually this last week or so. From back in the day.
Ah, yeah, because he was at the Key Club, wasn't he?
Yeah. I wouldn't say I remember him, but he definitely would have been there when we played.
Yeah.
I've seen some great bands in the Cockpit. The Enemy I watched in there.
Yeah, what a band.
Fantastic little venue. Yeah, so you've got some exciting times to come. You're headlining your EP launch. You're launching an EP.
Yeah.
You've got your band together.
Yeah, got all sorts. Like just being in a band again. It's just so nice.
Yeah, it is.
The lads are brilliant.
Gives you something to do on a weekend as well, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Getting out and about. You've got to get that practice nailed down. I'll tell you what you want to do is you want to get your own practice room.
Yeah, that's what we're working on at the minute. So there's a pub in the town centre called the Plummet Line.
Yes.
And my old band, we're going to take the room and then we stop playing. So we're going to look at getting that room cleaned out, get some stuff in there, then get rehearsing there.
Yeah,
that's the next step, because I think I was just so worried about this studio time. Now that's out of the way, can focus on getting the live set together. But yeah, it's cool.
We used to be in the, do you know where the Plummet Line is?
Yeah.
Come back down as if you're going into Halifax. There's a pub there not the Weatherspoons, next door to it. What's it called, that pub?
Brass
something.
Four-legged and Brass.
Yes.
It's just called Brass now,
It used to be called The Cell years ago. And we practiced upstairs in there.
Oh, did you?
And and the landlord was gay as you like. Not there's anything wrong with that.
Yeah.
But really fancied me. So it was dead funny because whenever I'd turn up for practice, he'd just come to the door in his pants. Oh, hi, Will. Hi. Like, open the door. So it became a bit of a thing where this gay landlord was just trying pretty much his entire life to just get off with me. I was like, I'm not that way inclined, pal. But keep trying if it gets us a free room. Yeah. Set one for the team, not a problem. So, yeah, we were upstairs in there for ages. There's another band in the room next door, and he's now in that covers band that were on before us at that festival, Broadstock. They do all like 90s kind of dancey covers. I can't think of his name. But he saw me and he's like, bloody hell, you're still at it? I'm like, oh yeah. Oh yeah. And one of our early Red Star tracks, Disco Confusion, I don't know if you're familiar with it.
Yeah.
We wrote that in that room.
Yeah.
And he just started singing that at me, and I was like, as if you can remember that from all them years ago. He's like, yeah, it's only a good tune you lads had. I was like, yeah, all right, mate, whatever.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers, mate. Yeah, I've had a great time over the years, mate. It's interesting to see somebody just starting out in it, but I wish somebody had said to me, you can go to uni and college and do this.
But there's a revival with the music that that we're playing.
Yeah.
Like, because big thanks to the Gallagher brothers, but like there's so many new bands coming out. Like from Manchester, there's loads of new bands coming out of there. A band called Arcala, absolutely incredible. I think they're going to be the next big thing. They haven't got that many tunes out. They're very new, but they're just sort of making their way up in Manchester. Yeah, and there's so many new bands coming through now. People will say that guitar music's dying. Just look for the guitar bands. I think it's just you'll find them.
They say things come in a 30-year cycle, don't they? And with 30 years now, so since it kind of went off. I mean, the last two bands to really get a career, we had the Arctic Monkeys, didn't we? 2004, Kasabian around about the same time, and then that was pretty much it.
There's been like other bands, but not just they're not Glastonbury headliners.
No,
for example,
they're not. And I mean, George likes Cortinas.
Yeah,
I struggle a bit with the Cortinas, if I'm honest.
There's all them bands like Two Door Cinema Club and the Wombats and stuff, which is probably like my sort of main sort of music. Yeah. But there's not been a Glastonbury headliner in a long time for sort of music. Are
you pro Tom and Kasabian, or better off with Kasabian after Tom left?
I haven't seen him, so I don't know. But
never seen him play live?
No.
Well, you're not going to be able to do it then, because you're not going to see him play with Tom.
No, I love like all the old videos and stuff like. And the last album they made with all of them, I think, is Kasabian's best album. Which
was the last album with all of them? That was Crying Out Loud. Yeah, that's a good album. Yeah,
I loved Tom's voice in the band was just. It's much. Well, I think it depends, because the music they're making now, it's nowhere near as good as what they were making.
So it's difficult because me and George, I mean, Kasabian are one of my favourite bands, and massively missing Tom for me. I just love that kind of aggressive indie vibe that they had. It's just me all over it. I remember when they came out, I saw Shoot the Runner on TV, and it just come out that day. I don't know if it was Jules Holland or something, and my jaw just dropped to the floor. You know, when you just hear a track, it's very rare you hear a track and on the first listen of it you're like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
And that Shoot the Runner was one of them for me. But I see what Serge is doing. He's enjoying being a front man.
Yeah, and he's doing a good job. By the looks of it, the crowds are loving it and stuff.
The crowds are loving it, and what he's done is he's done a bit of a Madonna and a bit of a Bowie. He's evolved the band to cater to the crowds of this generation, which in itself is a very clever move. I think it's just a bit of a bitter pill for somebody that was such an hardcore Kasabian fan like myself to accept, when actually I understand the ins and outs of it.
Yeah.
I get it. I understand what he's doing and why he's doing it, but it doesn't make me feel any better about it.
Yeah.
Now, George has actually, he's actually been and watched Kasabian without Tom, and he says it's very much like a Prodigy vibe.
Yeah, it seems it with the new music.
It's like a Prodigy thing. So you can imagine that going to a gig, I mean, go to a Prodigy gig, they're fucking out of this world. So I know what Serge is doing, and I get it, and it's great. And I think once you watch a band live, you can dislike your favourite band's new album, but go and watch it live, and you'll probably change your mind on it.
Yeah.
I think I did that with Velociraptor with Kasabian. I wasn't too keen on it when it came out. But yeah, I can see what Serge is doing, and it's working. And now he's got the back catalogue with the old fans, and he's got the new stuff, Rocket Fuel, that album, all that kind of stuff. Can't think what the album's called.
There's the new one, isn't there? Hippie Sunshine. I quite like that.
Hippie Sunshine, I struggle with that one. Yeah, I do struggle with that one.
I like the... I'm not a massive fan of chorus, but I like the rest of the song.
Yeah, it's a difficult one.
I like that Alligator.
Alligator, yeah.
Yeah, I like that. Alligator.
Yeah. Hot like alligator, radiator. It's weird. I do. Which I think what Tom needs to do is, I think Tom just needs to tour doing the first 2 Kasabian albums.
Yeah.
And I think he'll just boss it, because I think he's been struggling a little bit selling tickets recently.
I think he's gone a bit zen, hasn't he? Which is weird, because...
He looks like he needs to eat some pies as well.
Yeah, he don't look too well, does he?
No, he needs to put a bit of weight on.
Yeah, but he'll be struggling, won't he? He won't be doing too
well,
good.
His best mate bailed on him, didn't he? But
yeah. But they've got that guy from the music in Kasabian now, aren't they?
Yeah, works really well. His backing vocals are great.
Yeah.
Really good voice. Yeah, it's a difficult one. I see what Serge has done, and he's a master of all that he does. But I do hanker for the early Kasabian days, I'm afraid. But yeah, other than that, I think I was saying to George yesterday, what's come out over the last few years that we're absolutely buzzing about. I really enjoyed that last Libertines album. I don't know if you're not...
Yeah, see, I'm a bit ummy and ahry about Libertines, because I saw them at Peace all this year, and they were awful.
Were they?
Yeah, because the atmosphere were terrible. There were me and a few of my mates, right in front of us. A guy would just stood on, do you know, like the seats. He stood on one of them, not in anyone's way out, and this guy who were like a couple of metres to the right of him, could seat stage, wasn't bothering him at all. Went over, started having a go. Someone got headbutted, started kicking off. They had to go off stage because people were getting crushed. It was just a bad atmosphere. But
what? So I don't know any of this. So the Libertines walked off stage.
Yeah, because people were getting crushed at the front, and then they came back on. But Pete just... So I love Cal Bratt. I've seen him live with his own band at the Wardrobe in Leeds, and it was an amazing gig. But all the band was okay. It sounded good. And then Pete was... I don't know if it was just an off night, but his guitar sounded out of tune. It was out of time, and his vocal was just really, really weak. I don't know if that's just how it is, because I've never seen him before. But it just felt like the whole band was fine, and then Pete just kind of seemed off.
He was struggling a bit, yeah.
Yeah.
Did you watch the Louis Theroux documentary he did the other month?
No, I hadn't seen it, no.
I don't think he's a well man, actually.
No.
He lives in France now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting. I really wanted to go to that, but I was away or something, so I was a bit sorry I missed that. But yeah, the album was great anyway.
Yeah, it's a good album.
Eastern Esplanade. There's the track on there called Merry Old England, which
I like that.
It amuses me, the lyrics in that. You don't need a passport, mate. But I wonder about the connotations of the lyrics of that song, because it almost feels like it's a little bit right-wing. But the Libertines are not that band.
No, they're not.
So I do listen to it and try and work out what is he actually trying to say in this song.
Yeah.
Interesting. But the absolute belter on there is that...
Run, Run, Run.
No, that's good. And the other one, that... Oh, shit. Let's make some money, just enough to get us by. That's great.
Yeah.
In fact, the whole album's bloody good, but I'd really like that. I think it's Night of the Hunter. And it's love and hate tattooed on the knuckles, on the fingers of a... Bloody great track, that.
Yeah.
In fact, I listened to it too much last year.
I do listen to quite a lot of Libertines, to be fair, but just live, it just kind of put me off.
Yeah, you'd have to give them another chance.
Yeah, I think I will. I won't pay a lot of money to go see him again, but if they were on at a festival, I'd go.
What were the tickets?
I don't know. I think my parents bought them for me.
Did they?
Yeah.
Treat you. Did your dad go here?
Yeah, but so they went and did their own thing, and I went in with my mates. I go to a lot of the Peace Hall gigs. It's a 5-minute walk from my house.
Brilliant, mate.
Tell you what, night after I saw Oasis, I went to see Travis. Oh my God, unbelievable.
Really good?
Yeah, and I've never really listened to him before.
God, what's their big hit?
Why Does It Always Rain on Me?
Yes, Why Does It Always Rain on Me,
yeah.
Yeah, they had quite a few. One of them bands, you're like, oh, they did this as well. Oh, they did this as well.
Yeah, but the new stuff's just as good. good as old stuff.
I wouldn't be familiar with it, but now you've said that, it's given me something to listen to on the way home.
It's brilliant.
Yeah. Well, that's an hour cracked out, Cavan.
Nice
so
one.
I'd like to thank you very much for coming.
Yes.
How long is it going to be before your music's up and available for people to listen to?
So EP and Anti-Imperfection comes out on the 1st of March.
Yes.
Possibly a single before then. We'll have to see how stuff goes. And then 21st of March, EP launch at the Greyston Unity in Halifax. Still tickets left, so yeah, get your sends down.
Excellent, excellent. Well, it's been a pleasure. Can we get a Don't Tell the Missus?
Don't tell the missus.
Cheers, Cavan.
Thank you very much.
Same place for too long. We got ourselves into the deepest hole. We sing songs about the life we live. Leaving yesterday, we left them all behind so that we could have some sin. Left the world to thought, and inside we got it could be. We had to save ourselves, but it's all we'll bring. We're in a miracle. We're in a miracle. We're in a miracle. We've been fighting in the wrong war against the people running this small and broken country. It has to stop. We have to leave, and before there's nothing left of, tell her we come home. We left them all behind so that we could have something. Left the world of a thought, and inside weak as it could be. We had to save ourselves, but it's what we'll bring. We're in a miracle. We're in a miracle. We're in a miracle. We're in a miracle.
Cavan Murphy.
Go on.